Rightmove produce a house price index every month, and I thought it'd be useful to share with you some of the main bits of information. It's a national report, but they can go into their regions also. Firstly, they talk about the average asking price of properties being listed, and they comment that they are down by 2.1%. So that's on average £7,862 down on the listings coming to the market last month. They say that it could be due to vendors pricing more aggressively. I think vendors are getting a little bit more accurate with their pricing, but they're saying that they're pricing aggressively to try and get hold of the motivated or the hesitant buyers that are coming to this market. I think the vendors are just getting their pricing right. I think there's been a period of time where we've all been able to put a little bit more on, and vendors have been ambitious with some of their asking prices. And now I think they're getting a little bit more realistic, which actually is probably a good thing for anyone who's been thinking but been putting it off. It is the biggest dip in the last 4 years. They say that that kind of reduction of asking price is the biggest dip in the last 4 years, and it's certainly the biggest one this year as well. 2022, however, ends with asking prices being up 5.6% on average. In the West Midlands, they're up 5.7% on average. If you look back at last year, they were up by 6.3% in 2021. So 6.3% in 2021, 5.6% in 2022, which is a positive result, as you can imagine. And right now, the number of views on homes for sale on Rightmove is up 11% compared to the same time last year. So the same period of time last year, we're up 11%. And actually within the last 2 weeks, they've said that buyer demand is up 4% in the last 2 weeks versus the same period in 2019. So it's been a tough old year. We've had the passing of the Queen. We've had 3 prime ministers, interest rate rises almost monthly with the Bank of England base rate rising, yet we're up 5.6% overall for the year. And we're still finding towards the end of this year that buyer demand is increasing and higher than it has been in previous times. Average time it's taking to sell a property has increased, however. It was taking around 31 days back in April, and now it's taken around 44 days. So a slight increase there in timescale. Just to put that into context, back in April, probably 2019, you'll be looking around 60 to 63 days to get a sale, to find a buyer. So the average time to sell a property back in 2019 was around 60 days, and now we're looking at 44, which is up from 31 previously known in April this year. Finally, Rightmove give us their house price predictions for next year. Obviously, they're commenting nationally, so they're taking into account all the different regions, all the different areas, and they believe that prices are going to reduce by 2%. So they're expecting the market to fall by 2%. They may well be right. Nationally, it could be an actual common theme that house prices do drop somewhere around those regions in the next 12 months. But what we're predicting here in Droitwich and Worcester and Malvern, or Worcestershire in general, we're looking at between kind of a 1% drop to a 1% rise. We're not really expecting it to do a great deal. We think that we've got lots of positive factors in our favour that will help us to kind of maintain an average asking price of around what we've been used to. But we're certainly not expecting another 5.6% rise over the course of next year. It is getting more expensive to borrow the money. The affordability obviously is a factor that's having an impact there as well. So don't let it affect your decision-making process. If you're looking to purchase a property, then get in touch with ourselves. If you're thinking of selling, please have us out to give you a valuation. We'll come and tell you what the market's up to in your local area, and we'd love to assist in any way we can.